This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, good morning. Uh, Anyone has any questions, please let me know. Today we're going to create a VPC. We'll create a VPC. We'll talk about the VPC. We'll try to create some subnets. We'll talk about the components of VPC. And then maybe if we get a time today, we'll go and create a VPC peering. We'll go and create a VPC peer. Also, we'll talk about VPC peering. You may work on VPC peering, rare, but you should know what is VPC peering also. Anyone has any questions? Yesterday's class, please go through. I know yesterday some people reach out to me to Kelly Technologies. Yes, sir. It's a like today is a VPC class. From tomorrow, you will have a demo, normal demo. This is Kelly Technologies normal. Okay. Thursday, Friday, you will again have a VPC. Yeah, I know some people have called like, sir, I missed the second class, I need the first and second class, and all the people, all those kind of thing. Without VPC, I cannot go further. That is the reason why in generally VPC will be explained twice. So today VPC is completed, then you can take a break of 2 days of time or 2 or 3 days of time where I can go and provide you some homeworks like learn certain capabilities of networking and everything. Okay, so that is one. No, sir, I missed my second class, I missed my first class. What should I do? You can again join back from, okay, day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, again, VPC will start. So you missed any parts, anything, we'll go for it. Because before I start EC2, you should be very thorough with what is EC2, what is VPC. Fine, guys? Online people, you are able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So let's start, sir. Sir, what is, so we know all the components of VPC. Let's directly go and create a VPC. As I mentioned you, VPC is already created. By default, VPC is created in all the regions, all the accounts. Okay. By default, when you go and log into the VPC, there is one Suresh, yes, sir. Okay, I'll give you the material now only. Sir, material is always secondary, sir. First material. What would be my first material? My personal recommendation. Any person who is touching AWS, where is the material? Made AWS material is documentation, and you can type AWS space. What is the service? VPC. Just type in Google documentation space AWS VPC. You will see AWS private VPC, virtual private cloud, explains about everything. User guide. Okay, click on user guide. Neatly go into the depth of these things. Very, very neatly go. VPC, virtual private cloud, features of this one. What is a subnet? What is address routing, gateway, endpoints? Basically, go very, very, very depth in all the things like what is virtual private cloud, okay, what is DHCP option, what is that. So go very, very deep. This is your Bible of AWS. Now, no sir, where is your material? My material, simply go to google.com, just go and type KUMAR. It's appearing in the first only. KUMAR AWS bit space GitHub. Okay, okay, KU Kumar AWS bit space GitHub is my material is present. It is available for the entire world. So you cannot, it's not for Kelly2 students or anyone. You click on it, you'll get this one, and the entire material is available. AWS certification questions, cloud formation templates, Linux training, official AWS books, okay, resumes, sample code, interview questions, everything is available in this one, sir. Is it clear, right? It is common. I don't have any separate secret material or anything. This is my material. Whatever I learn, I will add it here. Whatever I learn, I'll add it here. Is that okay? So this is my material, sir. You can download it. And for the classroom people, I'll try to go and provide you one material, a paper for Kubernetes. When Kubernetes gets started, I'll go and provide you that. Okay. So please, again, I'm saying you, I can see a lot of people in the mindset of engineering fourth year. So maybe I should start thinking like this one. I'll not provide any material itself only. You should figure out the material, you should write it down, you should go into Google, you should type it, you should learn it. That is where you have to go in your real time. In real time you will not get any prints. So once you become a principal, what is the meaning of an associate software engineer versus software engineer 2, senior software engineer, and principal software engineer? What is the difference? Associate software engineer basically helping small things. Software engineer, they'll provide you one task. Hey, can you go, basically there is a problem here, fix it. Till senior software engineer, it will be like this one. What will happen? What is the meaning of principal software engineer? Principal software engineer or principal cloud engineer, what is the meaning of this one? Customer will go and provide you a problem in a one line. Hey, I have this problem. Only he will give you one line. You have to go design your architecture, understand the problems, how much time it will take care. Those kind of skill sets you should require. How do you get? You cannot come up and say, can you please provide your material, sir, so that I can design it. You have to design your material. Got it right? So you have to, your mindset should change like that. Okay, so this is my material. Anyone has any connectivity problem? Nothing, sir. Just go into material and you have something here, download button. So just click on download, the total content will download. Like, where is that? Go back here. You just go back here and it will ask you, do you want to, oh, where is that, man? Like this one. Yeah, somewhere is like this one. Total zip will be downloaded. Total my materials is available. Whatever I learn also, AWS is there, Azure is there, DevOps is there, Linux is there. 15 years, 20 years of experience, interview questions are there. 3-4 years of interview questions are there. Everything is there. Just go and check it out. So we are trying to create a VPC. So keep it in your mind. VPC, you have VPC. Yes or no, sir? You have a VPC. You can select your VPC. So right now what I do, I'll delete one VPC. Unnecessary, so many VPCs are there. You can create multiple VPC. VPC is nothing but a private network. You are creating private network, so you can go and create a number of VPCs. How do you go and create a VPC? Already one VPC is there. Default VPC. Don't delete that one. It's free of cost. Don't delete that one. Go and select your region. Go and select your region, sir. Let me, what should I do here? Wait a minute. Go and select your region, sir. Go and select your region, North Virginia. Then what do? Go and click on this button. What is this button? Your VPC. And then what do here? Create a VPC. Click one button, that's it. Now it is asking a question. Do you want to create only VPC or VPC with others? You should select VPC with others. Now what is VPC with others? VPC, public subnet, private subnet, DHCP, all these things should create a NAT, everything should get created, right? So that is the reason you will select VPC with more. And what it gets created, see, it is providing in a diagrammatical format. I'm going to create a VPC, and VPC, how many subnets it will go and create it? So if you see here, right, how many subnet? VPC subnets it is creating, route table it is creating based on this choice. Based on this choice. If you see VPC, what is your VPC name? Your name, sir? Khalid. CHALID. Okay, fine, good. Khalid VPC. Is that okay? Khalid
What
VPC.
is the
What?
difference between VPC only and VPC and more?
VPC
Which
only
one?
means only VPC CIDR gets created. Public subnet, IGW, route table, all these things will not get created. You have to create it. VPC and more will create all the things, whatever we explain for 3 days gets created.
Okay.
Okay.
So usually which one we should opt? Is that VPC and
90%,
more?
99% of the people will go for this one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What is your CIDR block? What is your CIDR block? Sir, CIDR block is 10.0.0.0 by 16. You are the owner, right? You are the owner. You will now come up and specify. Excuse me. You will come up and specify. Sir, why should I go and start with 10.0? My wish. So you will go and provide 172 dot. What is that? I'm the owner, right? I can go for class B. I'm the owner. It's my wish. So you go and click on it. So 16 means how much? 32 minus 16. 65,536 IP address gets created here. Is it clear? Very good. Now that's what I want to go and create it. Now, is it IPv6 supported? Right now I'm not providing IPv6. I'll talk about tendency. What is that? Now, how many number of availability zones? I'm creating a VPC. My VPC gets created. Public subnet, private subnet gets created. Public subnet, private subnet. In which availability zones? How many availability zones it gets created? You are the owner. You can go and select anything, whatever you want. Like you want to come up and say, see here, it is creating, okay, it is creating, VPC is getting created in which availability zone? US East 1A and 1B, two availability zones. And it is creating how many public subnets? How many private subnets? Two. It is creating. Now you come up and say, who are you to decide two? I want three. Then mention three. You are the owner. Is it clear? You are the owner. So you will come up and specify. Now you see here, sir, based on the diagram, you go and click on 3 here, it will appear here 3. Right now it is only appearing how many? 2. So it is all up to you. Sir, I want to create 3 subnets. Click on 3. It gets created 3 here. See. Is it clear? A, B, and C. How many public subnets? I want to create how many public subnets? 3. How many private subnets? 3. And you want to create an engineering college with how many classrooms? Public classrooms? 3. How many classrooms are private? 3. What is the size of each classroom? It is saying I will go and create, what is that? 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Means how many? Each subnet is, what is the size? 4,200, 4,000. Sir, who is that, sir? Public subnet, you are creating 4,000 servers, sir. No, sir, public subnets, we don't go and create that much, sir. Public subnet is exposing servers to the world. We have very minimum. You are the owner, sir. Who is stopping you? You go and mention this one as, what is that? You are the owner. 24 I mentioned. What is 24? 32 minus 24? 256 IP address. You own it. This entire part, should I increase it, decrease it? Should I, all these things, you own it. You are clearly coming and saying one public subnet should be array very small, sir. Not, I don't want big. I want very small public subnet. You own it. Sir, private subnet should be bigger, sir. Okay, then 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. I can go and create it. Fine. Now, when you're trying to create a private subnet generally don't have internet. To have internet, what do you need to? I need NAT. See, NAT. Please write it down, NAT gateway. Please write it down, NAT gateway. NAT gateway. What is the meaning of a NAT gateway? Sir, what is NAT? NAT is a server, right? NAT gateway is nothing but NAT as a service by AWS. Write it down. NAT gateway is a service taken care by AWS. NAT gateway is a service taken care by AWS. AWS owns it. So write it down. AWS creates NAT gateway and provide full maintenance. You don't provide, you don't own it. You just create it in the background. AWS will take care about creating a NAT. They will create a NAT. They will create a NAT. AWS owns it. AWS owns and creates NAT gateway and maintain it. Is it clear, guys? So they will maintain all these things. You don't create it. So I'll tell you what is NAT gateway, sir. Very simple, sir. I think I'll tell you in the olden days what you had. So sir, what is meant by a NAT? So let's take an example. This is our VPC. You remember, right? This is my private subnet. This is my public subnet. And I'm going to create, let us take an example. AWS will not go and create it. I will go and create a NAT server. This is, what is this one? Example NAT is, what is that? Server. Write it down. NAT is actually in the background. It is what operating system? What is that? Linux operating system, sir. Actually in the background, Linux operating system. Let us assume NAT is NAT gateway. I'm not talking about NAT gateway. I'm talking about NAT server. I created a NAT. Here I had a server number one. I have server number one. I have. Now server number one will type google.com where the request will go. NAT. So NAT will go. What NAT should do? NAT should move this request to IGW. From IGW, it will go to google.com. Yes or no? That means NAT has to do some work. What is the NAT server configuration you will provide? What is the NAT configuration server? You will come up and say, sir, I am NAT. I am providing is NAT server RAM is equal to what is that? What is that? 2 GB you provided, sir. Happy? Happy? So when server number one is clicking google.com, facebook.com, amazon.com, it is going to the NAT. NAT is having 2 GB RAM. It is working fine. Happy? Who created a NAT this time? Let's assume who created? I created. Now let us assume I'll add how many servers are there now in private subnet? How many? 10. 10 server request is going to where? NAT. What is the RAM of NAT? Is it sufficient? Let us assume, sir, now the NAT server is 95% loaded. Happy? What will happen when I go and add? Now tell me. What will happen to the NAT? What will happen to the NAT? NAT get crashes. Why? 100 servers are requesting. NAT cannot handle the request and NAT will go for a toss. Yes or no? NAT will go for a toss. So what I need to do now? Tell me what I need to do. Increase the configuration of RAM. Who has to do? I have to do it. That is the biggest problem. Until 2014, there were two NATs, NAT gateway, NAT instance. 2014, 2015. Sir, what is meant by NAT instance and NAT? NAT instance means you create a NAT, you have to maintain. So what happened? What is the RAM I provided here? 2 GB. How many servers I added here? 100. Will NAT will work? I'm sending a mail to Amazon saying that your NAT is waste. It's always failing. Whose problem is that? Your problem is there, man. You have to understand what is the configuration. How many people are not understanding this one? They are going and creating left and right servers and they say, "Arey, NAT is very waste." AWS will log in and see, "Arey, NAT is fully loaded. 100 servers are added." This is very bad. So instead of NAT as a server and you are maintaining, you are doing problem, right? So what? In 2015, 14, 15, AWS came up with a concept called as, what is that? What is that? What is NAT gateway? What is NAT gateway? AWS will create NAT. You will not go and create it. AWS will create it. AWS will allocate some RAM for that one. You are adding one server, NAT will be working. You add 10 servers, NAT will be working. You will add 1000 servers, NAT will be working. You add 1 lakh servers, NAT will be working. Because who is taking NAT responsibility? AWS is taking care. They are increase the rank. They are providing high availability. They are creating load balancer. We don't know what they're doing. Simply NAT gateway is nothing but NAT as a service by AWS. You don't worry about. Only what do? You only pay for the cost. That's it. That is what understood, right? What's NAT gateway? That is the reason why they are asking you. That is the reason why they are asking you. Do you want to create a NAT gateway? Be careful, sir. Please be careful. NAT is not free tier. There is no free tier in NAT. You create it, you'll get a bill. There is no free tier. Okay. AWS account is free for 1 year. NAT gateway is not free. For day 1 second, it is not free. Then people will come up and say, let's take an, I will come up and say, sir, then why should I create a NAT? Then you can select what is that. NAT. I don't want NAT. No. So it is like this one, sir. Let's go for it. Good. It's a good diagram. So it's a good diagram. Let's take an example. I'll create like this one. This is my VPC. This is one public subnet, public subnet, public subnet, private subnet, private subnet, private subnet. Yes or no? This is availability zone ABC. This is availability zone ABC. Yes or no? Got it, right? Now, here are your private subnets are there. Servers are there. Yes or no? Private subnets, if there anything require, you want NAT. Do you want to create one NAT? Are you sure? So let's go for it. I will go and create here one NAT. Yes or no? I create one NAT. One NAT is present in which availability zone? See, what will happen if availability zone is not working? See, availability zone C is a building actually. That building is having a power issue suddenly. What will happen to your NAT? Is it working your NAT? Then what should I do? Eh? Okay. So it is always better to go for what is that? Each and every availability zone, let's create a NAT. Is my cost increases, decreases? Increases. That is what is asking the question. Is asking a question. Choose NAT gateway. What do you, when do you choose none? You don't want NAT. What is this one? One availability zone. Means let's go and create a NAT in availability zone C. What is the danger when you select the second one? If that availability zone is not working, NAT is not working. What is this one? One per hour, which I provided. What is happening? Your NAT is always available. But what is the danger? Cost. Which one you want? Sir, some customer come up and say, Netflix will come up and say, cost, how much are cost? $60. Hey, I am ready to pay $1 million, man. But go and keep 3 or 4 NAT servers. For them, cost is not important. Reliability is important. What about a very small customer? 3 servers. Have you gone mad? Go and create 1 server. I don't have money. Priority wise, you will go and check it out. You don't want NAT. If you select no NAT, private subnets will not have any internet, because what is that? No NAT, no internet. Sir, I need it. You can select the second one. Only one gateway gets created. One gateway in one zone, some zone it will get created. No, I want high availability of NAT. Which one you want to select it? You are the owner. Is it clear, guys? Very, very important. So this option was not there till last year. We need to type it, write it and everything. Now they are provided in a UI. Clear, guys? That is fine. So VPC endpoint, I'll talk about maybe VPC endpoint and tendency. I'll go and talk about it. So AWS is automatically taking care about what is that. Whenever you create any servers in AWS, they are providing domain names. NAT server gets created, right? What is the domain name of a NAT server? They will provide names, host name, computer name, domain name entries, everything they're providing, they're taking care. I don't care about anything. Okay. This is any questions anyone has? I don't have anything, sir. I will select this one and everything gets created automatically. Nothing I will do it. I am done. Only thing, let us go for it right now. Maybe let's write it down. What is this? What is this? Tenancy. Let's go on What is tenancy? That's very. What is the meaning of tenant? What is the meaning of a tenant, sir? Huh? Who takes a portion in lease. Hey, you are a tenant of my room. Means that room is released by you for certain time. What is meant by tenancy? So AWS will go and create hundreds of servers like this one. This server belongs to whom? AWS. When you create a VPC gets created here. You are also tenant for him, because I am creating a VPC. I can be present today. Tomorrow I can delete my VPC. So I am one day tenant. So that is also. So it is asking tenancy. Tenancy means, array, you are a tenant. What kind of a tenant? So let's take an example. There are 2 types. Write it down. Tenancy. There are 2 types. Write it down. Tenancy. I'll go for it. There are 2 types. Okay. You go and click on, write it down. Default and dedicated. Tenancy, default and dedicated you have. What is the meaning of a default? What is the meaning of dedicated? Very simple, sir. Let's take an example. You created a VPC. So you will come up and say, Khalid will go and create a VPC. What is your name, sir? Ali. So Khalid will go and create a VPC in North Virginia. Khalid VPC gets created in this box. In this box, one of the box it will go and create it. Let's go and highlight for online people. I'll tell you, let like this box, sir. Okay, it gets created in this box. Fine. Ali will go and create a VPC. So this box is basically a blade server or a rack server. Let's take an example. Rack server is this one, but like blade server. In this one, you have like in this one, 7 to 8 VPC gets created, can be created. He goes and create a VPC. It gets created in this VPC. Ali goes and create a VPC. Ali's V also gets created in this VPC. Because what is this one? These are all there. Now, what is happening in this hardware? There are 1, 2, and 3 VPCs are shared. Okay, right. But Ali will come up and specify, sir, next time onwards, I want to create a VPC. It should get created in this box. No one should go and create another VPC in this box. This box should be only for, what is that? Me. That is dedicated. Default is you go and create it. AWS will create here, again create here, again create here, again create here. This is shared environment. That is default. Okay, no, I want dedicated. You can select dedicated also. Is it clear, right? Dedicated. So some of the service level agreement of some softwares, they will come up and say you can install these softwares only if your network is dedicated to you, like enterprise edition of SharePoint and all those things. You can happily go for it. This is called as NNC default. By default, dedicated. Got it, sir? You will go and select those things. So we know about that one. What is meant by endpoints? Okay, we will not talk about endpoints right now, sir. S3, you needed some S3 knowledge to go for endpoints. Just keep it in your mind. Don't do anything. Just keep it like this one only. If you talk about endpoints, right, just leave it like this one. That's it. Don't worry about anything. So are you clear? I am done, sir. Nothing I have to do. I need to go and click on this button. That's it. When I click on this button, what happens? VPC gets created, public subnet, 3 public subnet, 3 private subnet gets created, IGW gets created, NAT gateway gets created, NAT gets created, AWS will assign elastic IP address, public IP address, all the NAT server also assigned with private IP address because it is part and parcel of my network. Okay, DHCP gets created, route table gets created, NACL gets created, security group gets created, everything automatically gets created. I need to only click one button, create VPC. That's it. Let's click. I don't do anything. Yes, sir.
Sir, where is DHCP option you chosen here?
By default, sir. By default.
Okay,
I'll create it and I'll show you. No, I'll create it and I'll show you how can you update the DHCP also.
No problem.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. Creating a VPC, enabling DNS hostname resolution, creating a VPC, creating an endpoint, create a subnets, all the 6 subnets, IGW, attaching a gateway, route table, everything gets created. I selected gateway is equal to none. So gateway did not get created. I am done. In 1 second, VPC got created. 1 second, VPC got created. Don't ask me then why did you waste it 3 days of time? You need to know, right? What is the gateway? What is the IGW? What is DHCP? You get 6 AWS certification questions. Is it clear? And there is no difference between AWS and Azure. Same. Don't believe me? So I created a VPC. Done, sir. VPC got created. See here, VPC got created. And people, I know a lot of people may, some 1 or 2 person ask me, sir, explain me Azure also if you get a time. Very simple, sir. Again, I'm saying you. I am an Azure expert, sir. More than AWS, I am Azure expert. I day in day out work in Microsoft. I am in the team of VPC team only in Microsoft currently. Okay, host networking. That team name is called as. I am part and parcel of that team. Okay, so when you go and click on in Azure, we call it as VNet, virtual network. Very simple. The name is different. See here, sir, when I'm trying to create a I deleted everything. I think I deleted everything. Okay, that's fine. I'll test. So let's take an example. I'm providing. You will select a region. You click on it. So now tell me, sir, what I'm trying to create here. What I'm trying to create. What is this one? What is this one? I need to go and create subnets, right? What is this one in the below? NAT gateway. NAT gateway is required, yes or no? NAT gateway is required. Private subnets don't have internet. You click on it. Then it is asking you, do you want to enable firewall or anything? You click on next. You click on review, and then you click on one button. Your CIDR block, default subnet, you should be enabled with public NAT gateway or anything. Click one button, click one button, it gets created. Copy and same, copy and paste. No difference in Azure also. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? The name is virtual network. The concept is same. Okay, I created a VPC, sir. VPC got created. Now you see what is the name of the VPC we went and provided. Khalid VPC, yes or no? Khalid VPC, select it. Now you go and click on it. Whenever we created a VPC, AWS assigned one VPC ID automatically, one VPC ID. And all the properties, see here, sir. VPC ID, tenancy is default. Is it a default VPC? No. It went and created, what is this one? DHCP option set. Okay, it went and created DNS hostname is equal to enable. Route table is automatically created. NACL, network access control list, for every subnet there is one security. Automatically got created. Everything automatically get created. I don't need to do anything.
Sir, if you create the VPC, will charge the amount for that in AWS?
No VPC charge. When you create an VPC with gateway, you will get a charge. Gateway, NAT gateway is chargeable. Apart from this one is 0 rupees.
While creating the separately, right? Or by default?
Well, while creating a network is free of charge, sir. No cost. Okay, fine. So you go and click on it. Some people were asking, sir, this is DHCP option set. I don't do anything. AWS will create a DHCP option set. You want it, you want to go for it, you want to check it out, you want to view the details, you click on it, it will go and provide the view details. No, sir, who has asked you to create this DHCP? Let us go and create our own DHCP. I want to provide how the time will follow, sir. How the time will follow. In my office, all the time is same. What is the time? NTP. I want to add all my servers to my domain. What is my domain name? You need to provide all these things in DHCP. During the creation of DHCP, you will provide all these details. What is DHCP? What is your domain name? Company domain name. What is this one? NTP server name. What is NetBIOS name? What nice bird name? All these things you will go and provide it. But by default, AWS will take care about. If you don't give it, they will only take care. Okay. And you see here, sir, what is my VPC I created? Khalid VPC I created, yes or no? VPC ID, how many subnets got created? 6 availability zone. How do you know? Go back to the subnet and just paste your VPC ID and enter it. You go and see how many subnets got created. 6 one. Which one is public subnet? Which one is private subnet? Whether this one is public subnet or whether this one is private subnet. How do you know? Whether this one is a public subnet or a private subnet. Never believe the names. Never believe the IP address range. Array, I remember, sir, for public subnet you provided small. Okay. Yes or no? No. Never believe these names, values, nothing. Can you tell me yesterday's property? What did I specify? What is meant by public subnet? What is the important property? What is that? Nah, absolutely wrong. Range is my wish. That's what I said to you. I don't believe the range. Don't believe this range. Don't believe this IP address. No. What is public subnet and private subnet? Main difference.
Gateway.
Good. Public subnet will go through IGW and private subnet will go through NAT. So
NAT.
you will, so if someone is asking this is public subnet or private subnet, don't simply come up and open this one and say, this is public subnet. Don't believe this one. I can change it right away. This is a label. You need to look at the property. Click on this subnet. When you click on this subnet is there, subnet properties are there, this is there, and this is public subnet or private subnet. How do I know? Then you go and click on this button. What is that? What is route table of public subnet will go to? Public subnet, IGW, private subnet. So when you click on it, that is what here it is clearly saying you. Local IP address has to go to local, but anything you type it will go to, where is that? IGW. Is it a public subnet or a private subnet? Public subnet. Is it clear, right? So this is the way you identify public subnet and private subnet. Is it clear, guys? So this is a VPC. I created a VPC in one shot, one click VPC gets created. Important for you. What is that you need to learn? All the components you need to learn. Don't be like an engineering student. Sir, can you give me a material for DHCP, NTP? No, I will not give you anything. All these things are already present in VPC document, which is present to you. But you have to go for it. Go to youtube.com, go and click on what is NTP, what is DHCP, what is net bias, what is meant by subnet. Everything please study in detail. Is it clear, right? Very, very depth you need to study. Anyone has any questions, guys? Is it clear? Please study Bible. What is the Bible? OSI model is a Bible. That if you don't study about this one, don't tell me you are Kumar student. Okay, you go any top 5 companies in the world, forget about top 5 companies, top 50 companies in the world, product based companies, you need to know what is meant by OSI model, which layer you are protecting, what is that layer, where, what, how. Very, very, very important. What are the things which happen to me should not happen to me? No, there is zero guidance for me. Everything I have to figure out myself in my life. I'm providing a clear guidance. It is so important. You are not able to understand the importance of it. Take it seriously. Top networking commands. How do I go and specify what is meant by ping? What is meant by IP config? What is meant by netstat? What is meant by telnet? There are some 20, 15 to 20 networking commands, basic networking commands. Someone, I don't know who is, anyone said, someone said who was network, they're coming from networking background. Your networking background. So you have to be very good in Wireshark, packet reading. All these things are very, 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 very important for me. If you are very, very good, I'm telling you, right? If you are very good in programming, which you are not, I sense it, right? Programming. You are very good in networking. You will be in Microsoft in my team. That's what which is missing. And AWS and DevOps. You combine all these things, you understand what is happening, what, where, and everything, and you know the basics. What is that? That is what we are looking for. 6 people right now in Microsoft. We have openings. We have to hire it in 3 months. They'll be under me, but we are not getting one. This is my 3rd month. I interviewed 6 people, 0% got selected. The reason, what is the reason? Microsoft requires the people. What is that? Everything we should know. Networking we should know, programming we should know, automation we should know, cloud computing we should know, everything you should know, like that one. Prepare like that one. Fine. Anyone has any questions? If VPC is created, yes sir. What is flow log? Flow log is, I have not yet explained you. Okay. What is flow log? When did I say flow log? No. You are going and selecting the subnet, and subnet property you are going and clicking route table. Here sir, here. Route table. Then you will see public and private. I would say, like, don't believe this name. Let me show you. I'll tell you. What is this subnet? Let's go for it. Don't believe this name. So if you see here, Khalid subnet, and what is the name here? Public subnet, right? You believe in, right? What did I change? What is the name I changed? Is it private or public? Public. Don't believe the name. That's what I said. Don't believe this name. You should go to the property and say whether it is what subnet or a public. It's saying, is it public subnet? No. You need to go here and look at the route table, and route table is going to where? IGW. That means which subnet? Public. Is it clear? Please
Sir,
write it
can
down.
you
The next
show,
topic. Yes,
sir,
sir.
can you
Please.
show
Yes,
one
sir.
private
Yes, sir.
subnet,
Can you show private?
whether NAT,
No, I can't
hello.
hear you, sir. Anything.
So can you show one private subnet where NAT is attached?
I did not
mean,
create any NAT. Very good. Okay, sure, sure, sir. I did not create any NAT, but yes, I'll show you. Good. Okay. If you see here, sir, what is this one? What is this one, sir? Private
private.
subnet. Okay. Sir, private subnet. If NAT is created, routing table would have NAT, but I did not create any NAT. But NAT would be missing. So you go and click on the subnet. You go back and click on route table. Is it there? What is this one? Is there any IGW is there? No. So that means whether it is
Supposed to
public
be
subnet
NAT.
or private subnet. Private.
It's
Got it, sir?
private. Yeah. Yes, sir. But
Is it
there is no NAT. There is no NAT, but no internet. But we need to add NAT or
correct?
how the
Correct.
case?
So during the creation of the VPC, if I would have created NAT, NAT will gets created, and in one routing table 0.0.0.0 by 0 will go to NAT.
But I'm giving option to AWS to create automatically by themselves because they'll maintain.
But I
they
selected
will
none,
not create.
right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Understood,
got it,
sir.
right? I selected none.
Yeah.
I don't want. If I would have selected first one option in one availability zone, it would have created.
Yeah. To avoid cost, you did not select for
Yeah,
for
to
time.
avoid the cost. Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Got it? So please write it down. The second last topic, VPC peering. VPC peer. So here is the one. Where is that one? VPC peering. Peering. Not a very great for you. It is important. Okay. VPC peering. The last one. Peering connection. VPC peering connection. What is meant by VPC peering connection? Let's go for it. Take it my word seriously. Okay. Don't think programming is rocket science. Okay. I am coming from non-programming background. Okay. So once I realized programming is so easy, my engineering fourth year, I failed 7 times in C language. Never passed. Last time I passed, I got 41 out of 100. I don't know how I got 41. I never should get 41. Somehow I got 41. I passed it. After my engineering, so I was forced to sit on one project. One day I thought, 2 days I sit. Then I banged my head. Programming is like so easy. So I'm very proud to say. And that day I've taken a decision. I will be a programmer as an example. I'll do all the things. I'm a build engineer with networking capabilities, with programming kind of capabilities. Today, this is my 6th, 7th year in IIT hiring. So just think about it, how programming is easy. Don't think like for you, it is very, very important. Learn in an Uber level, your salary should be somewhere 30 to 40 lakhs minimum easily. But you have to go into that area. Okay. VPC peering. What is the meaning of a VPC, sir? Very simple, sir. Let's take an example. Khalid is my friend. So let's take an example. This is Khalid's AWS account. Khalid has created one VPC. Yes or no? This is the VPC of Khalid. Khalid has created. Khalid is presently in VPC is present in which region? Mumbai is created. Very good, sir. And this is public subnet and this is private subnet. Okay. There is one database in what is that? Which subnet, sir? Private subnet. Khalid is very close friend of me. I will go and create. I have my own account. This is which account? Kumar account. I have one VPC here. This is public subnet and this is private subnet. I have it. Yes or no? I made one application installed here. Now I want this application has to connect to what is that? This database. It is not possible to connect. Why? Database is in present in which subnet? Private subnet. Private subnet, what IP address will be assigned? What is that? private IP address will be only assigned. Private IP address will only communicate within the VPC, not outside. But I want, Arey Khalid, give me the database, man. I want to connect it. I want to contribute. I want to add it and everything. So how do I connect it? You can't connect it. So not only the application and a database. Normally, there are some server number 1 here. There is some server number 2 here. This server number 1 and 2 has to communicate each other. They cannot communicate. So that is the reason this is one VPC. This is one VPC. I want to establish a peer-in correction. What is an English word called as peer? Good, friends. So I want to enable friendly connection between two things. So one VPC has to communicate to another VPC. So I want to create a bridge between these two people. Yes or no? This is called as, is it clear? This is called as VPC peering. I will go and create a VPC peering. I'll go and provide. So can you tell me, to create a VPC peering, what are the prerequisites? To create VPC peering, what do I require? Easy. See the diagram and tell me. No. To create a VPC peering, what do I require?
VPCs.
Yes, good sir. 2 VPCs, sir. If I want to create a VPC, it will ask you, what is this VPC ID and what is this VPC ID? You select that VPC ID. What will get created? VPC peering gets created. Now use your mind. Use your mind. Now it will go and sense you whether you understood VPC or not. I went and created, what is this? VPC peering. I went and provided. So I'll tell you. So think about it. I created a CIDR 172.16.0.0 by 16 here. Here I went and provided 10.0.0.0 by 16. Now 172.16 servers should connect to 10 servers. So that is the reason I went and created, what is that? VPC peering I created, I provided. A big mosquito. Okay, so one VPC and one another VPC I provided. What happened as an example? VPC peering got created. Now there is one server here. Let's take an example. There is one server here. This server IP address is 172.16.4.1. This server has to connect to this server, which is 10.0.0.4. Yes or no? Now what do? You go and type from this laptop. You will type from this server. You will type 10.0.0.4. You type it. Now whether this server will go and connect to this server, yes or no? No? Yes or no? Tell me why no?
Routing tables has to be updated.
Two different subnets are there. Okay, so what? I created VPC peering, right? IP address is different. So what? Let the IP address should be different only. This is 172.16, that is 10 series. Tell me. Tell me. Whether that server number from Kumar VPC, the server will connect to Khalid VPC, yes or no? I created a bridge, sir. I created a bridge here. VPC peering, I created a bridge. Will it connect? Yes or no?
Still, routing table has to be updated with the.
Very good. Super, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Excellent. Very good. Sir, the connection will not happen. The reason is, again, I'm saying you all the basics. From this subnet, what are you typing? From this, there is a server here. What is the server? 172.16.4.1. And what are you typing? Where do you want to go? 10.0.0.4. So when you type here, what will happen? It will go and look for the route table. What is the route table says? Normally private subnet route table, what it will say? This series has to go to local. Any other things has to go to NAT. From NAT, where it will go? Outside internet, and it is searching. Will it find? It won't work. Then what should I do? What should I do? I should go into this subnet. You have a route table. Edit the route table and add it. If you type any series, which is what series? 10 series, has to go to where? That you will go and provide. Here, when you type anything, it will go to route table. In the route table, you will clearly mention saying that, okay, if anyone is typing 10, it should go and send it to VPC peering. So the request from VPC peering will go like this. Now, will it connect to that server? Yes or no? No. No, it will not connect. It will go here. It will go here. It will try to enter the subnet. What is the protection layer of subnet?
NACL.
NACL. NACL. But there is no problem. NACL by default rule is what? Allow
Allowed.
everyone. So even this request will be allowed. Will it connect now?
No.
Then
Security
group. You have a server level security group. By default, it will deny everything. It will not allow. Even 172.16 it is coming, it will not allow. In the security group, what you need to do? Allow anyone is coming from 172.16 range, you mention it, then it will connect. So one VPC is able to connect to another VPC. Is it clear, guys? This is called as VPC peering. Any questions anyone has? Is it clear? So let us try to create it. Be careful. You need to know it. You need to know it. But sir, do I want to create it? Your wish. I'm providing a dummy one, sir. I'm just creating a dummy one. Nothing. I'm just providing ABC something. I'll go and specify peer demo. Okay. Select your, what is that? Local VPC. I want to peer with Khalid VPC. Is it clear, right? And it is asking select, what is that? Another VPC with you want to peer with. Is it in the same account or another account? Okay, my account is in another account. You click on it, then you need to provide account ID. No, same account I want to go and provide. I'm providing a dummy one. Is it a same region or a different region? So your wish, you go and provide. I'm selecting some dummy value, sir. I don't know. I'm selecting something, maybe test. Like this one I'm selecting. Is it clear? That's it. Create a VPC peering. What happened right now? VPC peering is getting created. It will fail. I did not provide. I just provided all the VPCs which created were dummy VPCs. So I provided to let the VPC got created. VPC name will start with, write it down. VPC peering will start with PCX. Wherever you see an extension PCX, it is VPC peering. VPC peering got created between two VPCs. Yes, sir. So then what should I do it right now? What should I do it? From my Khalid VPC, the request has to go to another VPC. So what should I do? Go to your Khalid VPC. So let's take an example. This is my VPC, right? Khalid VPC. See, I'll tell you what you need to do. Go to your VPCs. Sorry, go to your subnets. Paste your enter. So this is a subnet example. You select the subnet. Okay, click on this button. So, okay, let's take an example. I'll tell you. Let's go for it. Let's take an example. I go below. What is this one? Route table. This is the route table ID. Okay, route table. Click on it. Click on this route table. This is the route. And what are the routes which are added? What are the routes which are added? You go and click on routing. What are the rules are added? Array, everything has to go to IGW, but 172 has to go to local. But now tell me, 10 series has to go to where? 10 series has to go to where? VPC peering. It has to go to that one. So I'll go and edit here. See here, sir. I'll go and edit here. What is this one? Edit. Then you see first rule, local IP address. All the local IP address has to go to local. But now I'll go and add a rule, and I'll come up and say, what is the destination? Anyone is okay. What is that? 10.0.0 has to go to C here. What is this one? What is this one? Where do you want to go and send it, sir? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? What is this? You click on it and it will appear that VPC peering. You click on OK. You click on save. Now you see what is the rule says. Now you see the rule says what? Example, it is not working. That is the reason it says black hole. You need certain permissions. I need to set it in. The other VPC is deleted. So that's the reason it is not working. But you see, 172 series, anything you type it, within that VPC only it will search. Okay. You type 10 series, it will go to where? VPC peering. You type google.com, facebook.com, where it will go? This is VPC peering. Is it clear, guys? Hope you got it. What is meant by a VPC? What is VPC peering? An important subject of VPC is completed, sir. VPC is 85% VPC is completed. VPC 85% is completed. I will talk about some of the components of VPC after certain days, but maybe write it down. Maybe is a correct time to write it down. Just write it down. I'll not explain you. Write it down. Flow logs. VPC flow logs. VPC flow, FLOW, log, LOGS. What is VPC flow log? It's a very simple. It is very similar to Wireshark. What is VPC flow log? Nothing, sir. Sir, you have your VPC, right? So let us take an example. I'll tell you this one. This is your VPC. This is your public subnet. This is your private subnet. You have some server number 1 here. This is server number 2 here. This is server number 3 here. This is server number 4 here. You have 4 servers, yes or no? A lot of servers are there. Now outside people are trying to access these servers, right? Whoever is clicking your VPC, anyone is clicking here, right? Here is the one. It will go and have, what is that? Who is coming? Server number 1, he is coming. Who is Ali? Ali is coming from United States. It has all the details of the request is coming from 116.772. Basically, he's trying to communicate with port number 80. Is he successfully logged in or failed? Failed, success. All these things are caught. I have a network. Whoever is hitting my network, everything can be caught in, what is that? You need to enable it. I will not explain you demo. The reason is, to understand what is flow log, you need to understand what is meant by CloudWatch and S3. Okay, so you have a VPC. I want everyone, whoever is connecting to my VPC, I want a track. Then you go and select Khalid VPC. Then you have something called as, what is this? Flow log. You need to enable it. Right now I'm not creating. What is flow log? What is flow log? This is flow log. Write it down. A flow log enables you to capture information about IP traffic to and from your network interface in your VPC. Write it down. This is, for this one you need some CloudWatch logs and S3. That will go later point of time. What is flow log? Let's write it down. Here I put a full stop for a VPC. VPC is 95% completed, sir. Okay. Once you have a flow log, now you can trace it down. Which countries are hitting your website? Who is hitting, or which countries are accessing your VPC? Is it a successful connection or is it failed connection? Why is trying, what, how, where? All these things are available for you. Clear, guys? Anyone has any questions? Here comes, I am done with VPC. Tomorrow
Sir, one
we
question.
have a demo. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, for my EC2 instance, it goes via NAT and then IGW, and then it travels through
Anything which hits your VPC, and the reason I'm not explaining you properly is, let us wait for EC2 instance. You will understand what is the meaning of network interfaces. That is also I not explained you. Just write it down right now.
Yeah. Question is like,
Network
where
interface is nothing but the people who know networking. It is nothing but a NIC card.
Yes, sir. I mean to say where the firewalls fit into, sir, subnet level or server level or NACL level, where the firewall
This
fits.
flow log is network interface level. That's what I'm saying you, right? You network interface is night. Every server will have its own NIC card. Anyone is hitting the NIC card, it will capture the data. This explanation I'll explain you very neatly in EC2. Wait for it, sir. You have a topic called as Elastic Network Interface in AWS EC2. I'll explain you at that period of time.
No, my question was on firewalls, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, where the firewalls installs actually at subnet
You
level
can
or
go for a third party. You don't have any firewall. AWS is providing you capability of firewall, third-party firewalls. So you can go for what kind of firewalls you require. DNS firewalls, network firewalls. You can go for this policy, sir, and attach it. Clear, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want to create it. The reason it is costly. Be careful. Is it clear? You can define your rules and regulations. I am done for the class today. Fine. So tomorrow there will be a demo. Any person who missed the demo, sir, I missed the demo, but I attended the first class. Tomorrow is the one. Sir, I missed my first and second class. Something I did not understand in the first class. I came late, and first day we had some issues in networking, right? I want to attend. So it will start from Thursday, Friday in generally. Either you will be coming back on Saturday or it will be coming on Sunday. What are the things you need to learn? What are the links? I'm again specifying you, very, very important. Please go and become an expert in what is that. Invest time. I'll go and explain you in this 70 days lot about OSI. And why? Okay, OSI model, 7 layers, study about layer, especially study about layer number 3 and layer number 7. Network layer and layer number 7, application layer. Deep study about that one. Like you need to understand top 20 networking commands. Take a help of YouTube. Take a help of internet. What is meant by I'll explain you, but please study HTTP, HTTPS. What is meant by port number? What is meant by port number? How many port numbers are there? Study about that one. Read about you first. Invest on that one. Then ready about what is audio data transfer, TCP, UDP, ICMP. Study about all these things. Okay. You have a port numbers, you have a TCP, UDP, ICMP, everything I'll explain you. Please study about what is meant by I'll explain you very detailed, but you need to engage yourself. What is happening and everything. And can you tell me what is meant by a file? File contains file headers, file. Just if you want to get it, what is a file? Just go for it. Learn these things for 2 or 3 days. Tomorrow there will be a demo. Don't come. If you already heard a demo, don't come. You want to attend first class, second class, or else you are, sir, I'm perfectly understood everything. Then you can take 2 or 3 days of break. And tomorrow demo,
So,
Thursday,
yeah.
Friday, VPC again. For the
So
people who
next
missed that.
continuous class, when is the next continuous class?
I think it will be provided to you. I think it should be on Saturday or Monday. Kelly Technologies will get back to you. Don't need to worry. They will only inform you. They will get back to you. Continuation class will be on Saturday. I think so. But something happens, it will move into Monday, where everyone will come into picture. Okay.
Okay.
How can you please show how we can create a customized subnets? Very good. Good, sir. Britain. Yes, sir. I'll create it. Good question. So let's, very simple, sir. Very simple. Go and select your VPC, sir. Let's go and create your VPC. If you want to create another one subnet, go into Khalid VPC, copy this VPC ID. Go to your subnet, create a subnet, then and select your VPC. VPC is Khalid VPC, sorry. Khalid VPC. You want to go and create it. What is a subnet? This is a custom subnet. Maybe public or private, your wish. Which availability zone this one should be? A, B, C, D. What is the series of this one? Example, like 10.0.1.0 slash, I don't know whether the series is there or not, but select your series. Name is custom, very simple, and create a subnet. Create a subnet. Then your, what is the series? Sorry. Created. The VPC got created, the subnet got created, custom subnet got created. But what is this subnet, public or private? So you click on it, it will show you whether it is public or private. If you go and click on, it is routing towards, where is that? Only this ID is there. I want to make it this one a public subnet. So what do? Click on this button. 1 minute, sir. You click on this button, go and click on it, and there is something called as public. See here, and I go and click on it. The routing ID is this one, which is going to add. Click on save. Now what happened right now? Your subnet, custom subnet become public subnet because you added the route table properly. See here. Is it clear? I don't know who is this, Britain or something. What is his name? Okay, Britain or something like that. Okay, got it, sir? It will, based on the subnet, it will select it. Got it, sir? I don't know whether you are able to hear me or not.
Yes. Yes.
Any questions, anyone? I'll turn off. You don't get any charge. You create a IGW. Sorry, you create a NAT. Remember Govinda, that one. Okay, so what you need to do, be careful. Two things gets created when you create a NAT by mistake. When you create a NAT, okay, elastic IP gets created and NAT gets created. So what should I do it if I by mistakenly gets created? First go into the NAT and delete the NAT. Wait for 5 minutes after deleting the NAT. Then you have elastic IP address. Select the elastic IP address. One public IP address will be there. Select that elastic IP address. In the option, there is something called as release IP address. Click on release. Be careful. Deduct the money hourly basis. Hourly basis. You will get, you are to create an account, you are providing credit card. They will charge you and they will come up and say your bill is 100 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, like that they will charge you. No, they will not detect. There is an option called as auto detect. When you enable it, will cut it. Otherwise, no. Clear, guys? Okay. Okay, guys. Signing off right now. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Sir, next continuous class is Monday, right? Or
I
Saturday?
don't know. It should be Saturday or Monday. Kelly Technologies will get an SMS to you. You will get an SMS, sir. Mostly
Next
it should
3
be
days.
on Monday,
Yeah.
but likely sometimes it can be Saturday also. Thus, if class is completed on Friday, then we'll start on Saturday also. You will get an SMS, sir. Don't worry.
Next 3 days demos only.
Yeah, the next 3 days there is no need to worry if you understand everything. It's demo completely. Yeah, yes, the same demo. Multiple people will join. Some people don't understand. So for that one, we'll go for it. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you.